A sacrifice fly and an RBI for an insurance run of the fifth. And had a great catch in center field up on the wall. Right off the end of the bat. Bellinger's the only infielder over there. And there is out number one. Hey, don't forget you can follow all the action of the postseason with the MLB app. From real-time tracking of every pitch to in-depth analysis. Download the MLB app today to make this postseason major. Matzik, another lefty, takes 27 outs to get through a 9-inning game, and Brian Snitker is trying to get as many outs from left-handers as he can.
Well, if Matzik comes into this ball game, it'll be his 8th game with 8 games in the postseason. Yeah. Appeared in every game.
Here's Jock Peterson. Right now, the man who is in the spotlight for Atlanta, and they put some runs on the board, but the unexpected success of Drew Smyly in this game.
Up next, the Eagles fly high
3 1/3 with 2 runs.
They'll take on the Broncos with just the 14th.
It was Martin who allowed those 2 inherited runners to score in a game where you are counting outs. For Drew Smyly to give him 10 was huge for Atlanta. Peterson showed bunt earlier tonight. With that shift on, he cuts and misses here. It's 0-2.
You talk about the unexpected in the postseason. Tonight you come into this game with the 20-game winner. You figure you'll be talking him the whole time.
Yes.
And what happens, it's a guy who hasn't pitched yet this postseason.
Gonsolin has Peterson 0-2.
Charles Davis, and Charles, we look at this Bronco team.
Jock Peterson can produce some of the craziest foul balls you ever see. He just has a knack for putting the bat to the ball. I figure he'd be an excellent cricket player.
Well, you're going to say he had a knack for swinging really late. Sometimes
the catcher's interference play is not a bad one. Not for Peterson.
Now, we were down in the dugout before we talked to Brian Snitker today, and I was going through the bat rack and saw Jock's bats. He didn't take just one bat from Anthony Rizzo. No. I think he stole a dozen.
There's a whole pile down there. Never getting him back. He's got Rizzo's bat right now.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time.
2-2 the count.
Their 8th-year quarterback, his first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
Bouncing ball out to Turner in the grass. And Peterson is retired. And Gonsolin on that split finger fastball. That's his signature pitch. There's the bat.
Maybe it's because of last night's game, but this game doesn't seem safe for the Braves unless they can punch another run or two across.
These are his numbers from last week's.
That's why when we talked at the time, Ron, just Adam Duvall's sacked fly was so big. Just even one tack on run, putting the ball in play.
Look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing.
Darno, 2 hits tonight. He's 2 for 3.
Their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
Well, this defense for the Eagles,
that man knows it all too well from last night.
I have to admit, I was extremely
It's a calm presence, though. We saw Snitker after the game, talked to him again today. Some managers kind of get into the propaganda a little bit. No, we're good. The clubhouse was good and loose, but you know, you believe him because the way he pointed it out. He went specific examples. You know, we went through that last year. This is a much different ball club. There are some of the same pieces, but they believe they belong here. They're not an 88-win team, even though they are. 88 wins, the fewest wins among all of the division winners, the Atlanta Braves, but they're a different team now.
When we saw them last night, you wouldn't have known if they had won or lost the ball game.
You're right. Can't fake that.
It's Gordon.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I thought he made some great points today after what we've been through this year. Just after what the Braves have been through with Ronald Acuna's injury. You know, losing guys early in the season, being 500 for 4 months. He said we've been through a lot.
And on the flip side, Dave Roberts, and we've done a lot of playoff series with Dave Roberts, and he's an intense guy anyway, but I don't know about you, Ronnie. I feel like that intensity has ratcheted up a lot this entire postseason, and it started with the wild card game. There was a little bit of an edge that a team that won 106 games had to play in a 1-game winner-go-home wild card game. In the air to center field, hit sharply, and unable to make the play is Betts. That hit him in the heel of the glove, I think. Darno will reach. Boy, and center field has been a Bermuda Triangle. That's going to be an error on Betts. Darno will reach with 2 outs. Gavin Lux says, I know the feeling, partner.
Well, ball seemed to dance a little bit. I was wondering if it was a knuckleball.
Well, look, it's one of those two. He kind of didn't know whether he needed to dive or he was going to be able to catch it with the glove up the other way. And he said it kind of cut and dived.
So he jumped right to his left at the end, and he had 2 hands on it. He just closed the glove too soon.
So that extends the inning. Ahire Adrianza will pinch hit for Atlanta now. Their top bat off the bench. And on the first pitch, skies one to left. No damage. Inning over. Gonsolin puts up a 0 in the 8th. Dodgers are down to their last 6 outs. Braves lead 2-1 in this series, up 5-2 in Game 4.
That's the thing about claims, you see. They don't happen on your schedule. I mean, take a chestnut. It doesn't just say, oh, beg pardon, sir, but it's now a good time for a jolly bit of window cracking. I mean, if they did, you wouldn't need a Geico claims team that's available 24/7. But, near as I can tell, chestnuts don't talk. Or maybe they're just really quiet.
Geico, your claims team is here for you 24/7.
Well, things to do, Mr. Chestnut. So,
Well, they sent the power set out there. And move people so they can run the football.
Yeah, it sure is like a movie.
Second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On second down, here's a QB. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard.
I did 15 years. There stepped out, the first step towards a second chance.
With all my favorite clothes.
Every step forward has come with 2 steps back. But there's some things being locked up can't take away. Being OG is one of them. Old school wisdom has taught me to survive. This new school world has taught me to be a man. Now it's time to pass along this knowledge to people around me.
Tonight's base camp presented by T-Mobile, the leader in 5G coverage. Taking it down on the field at Dodger Stadium. Great images from base camp. Got another good one tonight. Game 4. These have all been intense battles. And Brian Snitker is going to stay left-handed. 5-2 Atlanta. Bottom of the 8th inning. Chris Taylor will lead off. And Matzik on the mound for the Braves.
Matzik was overpowering in yesterday's game.
First ball swinging. Taylor going to be close. Freeman is over. Coming back playable. Freeman is there. Out number 1. 1 pitch and 1 out for Tyler Matzik.
It's 2 at-bats in a row now. Taylor, last time up, flew out to right field on the first pitch. This time to Freddie Freeman.
When you need base runners, sometimes in that instance, you'll see hitters take a pitch or take a strike. You see the numbers for Matzik. I know Will Smith's the closer, but he might be the most valuable player in that pitcher in that bullpen.
Well, look at those numbers on the bottom. 7 1/3 this postseason in 7 games. Now his 8th.
Workhorse. A.J. Pollock, his 2-out RBI single. He drove in 2. The lone runs on the board for the Dodgers. That came in the bottom of the 5th inning. He pinch hit in the 5th. And that's for the 2nd time. Send it down to Lawrence. He's got more on Tyler Matzik.
In 2019, BA, Walt Weiss was looking at a AA box score and saw the name Matzik, and Walt thought it's odd. He hadn't seen Tyler in years. He was a 2009 first rounder, had anxiety in the yips, and he thought it was going to drive him out of the game. He said, "The game has humbled me," and Walt Weiss said there were dark days for Matzik. It makes the success so much sweeter.
It is an incredible success story. Thanks, Lauren. I give him a lot of credit for fighting his way back.
I just think if it wasn't for Walt Weiss, who was manager of the Colorado Rockies, would never know that name.
And then you talk about the mental toughness now. When you're out there in this situation with what he went through for 5 years, it's not that bad.
1 ball, 1 strike. Dodgers need base runners. 1 out. Takes a ball.
This defense for the Broncos, they were very
There's Walt Weiss. So a bullpen game. And the bench coach has been navigating through it with his manager all night. Braves bullpen picked up 3 innings last night after Charlie Morton went 5. 6 1/3 tonight. It started with Jesse Chavez. Drew Smiley. Smiley got 10 outs. Went 3 1/3. Chris Martin, A.J. Minter, 2 scoreless innings, and now Matzik. And that's what's left. And if you're right-handed, it is unlikely you're getting in this game right now. And next up will be Smith. That is Will Smith, the Braves closer. That would be the goal right now for the Dodgers, to try to get Smith in this game in the 8th inning. That means traffic, though. Ground ball over to third base. Riley charges, makes the play. Gave himself an easy hop. 2 up, 2 down from Matzik here in the 8th.
No, good slider there, but what amazes me still what Tyler Matzik is doing. All this work, still throwing 97, 98.
We've talked about the size of Riley, his ability to not only have some quickness, but as a big fella, to be able to throw on the run. It's impressive. All the way back.
He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch.
Makes that play easily.
At 24 years of age, that's a guy that is going to be in the MVP conversation, it feels like, if he stays healthy for years. Mookie Betts now, 2 outs. A strike from Matzik. Hits with a slider.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
Quickly 0-2 on Betts.
I think it's interesting. You have 2 young players, guys. One for the Dodgers and Will Smith, one in the Braves and Austin Riley. Young players that had good years, got better and better and better as the year goes on. And I think more than anything, confident that they believe they've arrived and they're all-stars.
Dodgers are running out of outs, Ronnie.
Yeah, 1 for 11 against Matzik in this NLCS.
2 outs, 8th inning. .98 with the fastball. And able to check his swing. Braves did their scoring early. Their bullpen game today. Their starter, Mascari Noah, the scheduled starter, was a scratch. He injured his shoulder to start the game. We found out just a couple of hours before the game. So they had to go to Chavez. They replaced Noah with Dylan Lee on the roster, another lefty. It was already a difficult situation for the Braves, made worse with the fact that the guy who's supposed to start the game was not available. A late scratch. And now off the NLCS roster is Noah, and unlikely to pitch again this year.
And Noah came out before the game to play catch and told Snitker he couldn't go.
Said your career is too important. Shoulder injuries are tricky. They've navigated it to here, though. It's an incredible bullpen effort by the Braves. 1-2 the count. Matzik deals, and that one just missed. 98-mile-an-hour gas, and it did not miss by much.
Could have called this pitch inside, though. Home plate umpire James Hoy has had an exceptional game.
I was going to say, it's like anything. When you don't talk about him, you know he's had a great game.
Tip of the hat to him. He's been right on top of everything. This game 4 plate assignment for James Hoy. 2-2 the count.
Second down throw for Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end fan.
Mentioned Matzik's 8th consecutive appearance to start the playoffs. That ties a major league record, by the way. Your old pal Jesse Orozco did it. That was 96 with Baltimore running. And then a couple of Royals in 2014. Wade Davis and Greg Holland.
Jesse Orozco could probably still get a left-hander out right now.
He'd have to face 3 batters now.
Well, might not be able to do that.
Bring him in with 2 outs. 2-2 the count. Do it again. Here he comes, and Betts lays off. Seager next. Dodgers are right where they want to be in the batting order, but there are 2 outs in this inning.
31 yards on the punt there, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jalen Hurts and this offense trying back out.
From 0-2 to 3-2 to Mookie Betts. Still looking for his first homer of this LCS. 3-2 pitch, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. Matzik, a pump of the fist, strikes out Betts to end the inning. The left-hander holds serve, retires him in order, and we go to the 9th inning in Game 4 with the Braves up 5-2.
Audiences are standing and cheering with No Time to Die.
You were excellent.
You too.
And critics agree Daniel Craig is the best James Bond we've ever had.
Well, you live long enough.
No Time to Die, rated PG-13, now playing everywhere.
Whoa! I see you're loving Cricket's unlimited plan with all these awesome extras. But it's time to stop scrolling.
Nice.
Everything you want, including the price.
Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders.
Today tastes like a new tradition. Like an old favorite. Tastes like all hands on deck. And all eyes on the prize. Today tastes like a piece of the action. And it never tasted this good.
This is wealth. This is worth. That takes wealth. But this is worth. And that's actually worth more than you think. Don't open that. Wealth is important, and we can help you build it. But it's what you do with it that makes life worth living. Principal, for all it's worth.
The best things America makes are the things America makes out here. The history she writes in her clear blue skies, the legends she births on hometown fields, and the future she promises. When we made Grand Wagoneer, proudly assembled in America, we knew no object would ever rank with the best things in this country. But we believed we could make something worthy of their spirit.
Up to $1 million. That's how much University of Phoenix is committing to create 400 scholarships this month alone. If you're committed to earning your degree, we're committed to making it accessible. Because we believe everybody deserves a chance. And sometimes, one chance is all it takes to change everything. See what scholarship opportunities you may qualify for at phoenix.edu.
3 yards to gain there, second down.
5-2, Braves lead it. We go to the 9th inning. Steal a base, steal a taco. It's back. Watch the World Series to see who will steal a base and win America a free Doritos Locos tacos from Taco Bell. Steal a base, steal a taco. It's only at Taco Bell. And who's it going to be from the National League in the World Series? Braves or Dodgers? 5-2 Atlanta, 9th inning. Braves up 2-1 in this best of 7 series. And Dansby Swanson takes a strike from Gonsolin. Top of the Braves order.
So that one will be accepted.
Swanson, Freeman, and Albies. Gonsolin a scoreless 8th inning. On the ground, a hot one through for a base hit. Swanson with a 9th inning single to start it.
Donnie, you said last inning, if you can try to push across a run here and really kind of put the dagger in.
That's right. Gets a hanging slider here with Swanson and just hits a bullet to the left of Seager. Doesn't matter the shift when you hit the ball that hard.
Swanson's first hit, had 2 hits yesterday. And now 4 hits in the series. That brings up Freddie Freeman. Homered in the 3rd. Made it 3-0. Braves came out slugging tonight, knowing they're in a bullpen game. Frenchie, you mentioned it in the open as well. We talked a lot about the pitching scenario with the Braves, with Brian Snitker and others. And you kind of turned the page on that and said this is a game for the offense today. This is a game the offense has to carry the weight of this game with all of the relievers that we're going to be seeing for Atlanta.
Yeah, well, all year the Braves offense has been good. Since the Ronald Acuna injury back in July, they've scored the most runs in the NL, and that's what Brian Snitker kind of told us. I need my guys to slug.
Slug they did.
Hit 3 home runs today for the Braves. It's the 15th time they've done it. They're 14-0 going into this game.
Will Smith getting ready in the bullpen. Think about it. It helps Drew Smiley, who hadn't been on the mound in so long, to have that 4-run lead going out there.
He was calm and cool. He had a nice curveball. He pitched pretty today, you could say. He was under the hit speed. And he did a terrific job for Atlanta. That was the unexpected window for the Braves. Smiley giving them 3 1/3. Lead man on for Atlanta. Gonsolin giving up a leadoff single. Worked around an error last inning to put up a scoreless inning. If the Dodgers mount a 9th inning comeback, and we said the same yesterday with guys like Evan Phillips and company, but give a lot of credit to this grouping of pitchers of the Dodgers. Swanson takes off, pitches a ball, throw to second, safe. Close. Seager kept the tag on him. Swanson able to keep a hand on the bag. And this incredible run of successful steals continues. Dodgers will certainly want to look at this on replay. That was close.
He got a good jump. and he slides to the outside part of that bag, goes past it, and then grabbed it with his hand. But while his foot went past it, and he's off the bag, is he out there?
I think he is.
I think he is as well.
He's going to be right in the middle there when the foot's off and the hand's not on, right there.
Puts in there, scrapes across the top of the bag, and now he has no control of the bag right now. Is the tag on?
He's out. Tag's on. They'll overturn this. It's not exactly Ken Herbeck, but it's a smart move by Seager to keep the tag on.
Yeah, let's see if that tag stays on. See, it comes off for a minute, too.
There was that area that is about his waist where the glove was not
good call
on him.
Yeah.
So it might be inconclusive, and they might stay with the safe ball.
We're looking at a lot of replays here. You know, the glove did leave the body of Swanson for a moment there as well.
Guys, for years I've tried to guess on this. I'm done.
I think that'll stay the safe ball.
That last look there.
It came off for a split second.
And it's got to be conclusive, and we're giving you the same looks the umpires have here. Now, they can stitch these replays together in the replay control room in Chelsea, New York. That's really going to be the question. Was the glove on it when his foot left the bag? Toggle back and forth, and I don't know.
Strength by Swanson to hold on to that bag.
It's safe. Yeah. So, yeah, not enough evidence. I'm with you. That last angle really showed that. Great camera work. Our excellent crew getting right in there on these plays that could change the game. If he's called out on the field, it stays that way too.
Yeah, absolutely.
35 stolen bases in the postseason for all teams. Only twice has a would-be base stealer been caught, and none in the National League. Gonsolin deals. Freeman down the right field line, hooks one. That is going to be a fair ball, and it bounces out, and this will produce a run. The automatic double by Freddie Freeman. The stolen base pays off, and the Braves with an insurance run here in the ninth. It is 6-2 Atlanta. And a demoralizing blow to add one on here in the ninth inning.
So Freddie just hooks that. You see those quick hands. Doesn't hit it hard, a little bit off the end of the bat, but right inside the line.
They try to group him defensively in the outfield, try to take away that right center field gap, so there's no chance for the right fielder to get there in time.
And that's the right play. You don't see Freddie Freeman go down that line too much.
Ozzie Albies, runner at second, Freeman. It takes Will Smith out of a save situation. That matters not to Will Smith, though. He's coming on for the ninth. Swanson with the base hit, the stolen base. And Smith going to be tasked with the final 3 outs. The human roller coaster that is Will Smith.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It makes happen because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Eagles on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
53,000, a quiet. Many are heading to the exits. Dodgers had the late rally in the 8th inning yesterday. Now down 4 here in the 9th.
Loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
Still nobody out.
5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Returning it, here's Hamler. We'll call that a punt of 54.
Yeah, Will Smith down there, he'll wait another 20 minutes if he has to.
Of course. Score as many as you can.
Scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater.
Getting a head start on traffic. A lot of folks missed the comeback yesterday.
And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run, good for
3-0 the count. And Gonsolin walks Albies on 4 pitches, 3 consecutive base runners. So 2 on now with nobody out. Don't forget, we're back tomorrow, Game 5 of the NLCS Braves-Dodgers from right here at Dodger Stadium. Our coverage starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Postseason pregame show with Bob Costas as the host. Jay Roll, Curtis Granderson, and Pedro Martinez. All postseason games also on ESPN Radio. Full postseason schedule available at MLB.com.
Max Fried talking to Travis d'Arnaud, starting a little early scouting report.
Fried pitched game 1, pitched well. It's a bullpen day for the Dodgers. And almost the same discussion we had before the game today is flip-flop tomorrow, with Dave Roberts going with his bullpen game, and the Braves with their talented young lefty on the mound. Here's Austin Riley. Braves are going for the kill right now. They lead by 4. Still nobody out. Don't forget, Eddie Rosario is due next. He is a double away from the cycle. And barring a triple play here, he's going to get a chance.
Talked about the Braves needing to slug 11 hits, 5 extra base hits, and Freddie Freeman, after being 0 for 8 the first 2 games, 5 for 8 the last 2 with a home run and double.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from all the NFL. Jonathan Coachman both walk through the line. No doubt about it. But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling. And happy. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So they will tread backward on the holding.
0-2 the count on Riley. And a called strike 3. Riley got caught guessing. Gonsolin with the slider to strike him out. First out of the inning.
After so many split fingers from Gonsolin, finally the high slider.
That one actually backed up a little bit on him too.
One away. And here is Rosario now. Homer, triple, single. Struck out his last time up.
It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Get into their
Needs a double for the second cycle in postseason history to join Brock Holt.
if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
Rosario had a 4-hit game that included a walk-off single in game 2.
First down, Bridgewater.
3 hits tonight. And he got it all started for Atlanta. Opposite field home run in the 2nd inning. On Julio Urias. The 1-0. 1 ball, 1 strike. The splitter.
Rosario doesn't get cheated.
No, I was about to say, if he's going to get a double, it's a good chance it's going to be early in the count. We talked about cycle in San Fran on 5 pitches.
Another incompletion.
Here's Bridgewater. And that's incomplete. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Gonsolin with his 31st pitch, pitching in a 2nd inning. In the air, right field, hit well, and this one is up and out. A home run for Rosario. A 3-run blast. It's not going to be a cycle, but he'll take that every day. Rosario with his 2nd homer. A 4-hit night. And the Braves busted wide open here in the 9th inning. It's 9-2.
Look, you'd love a cycle. I'll take a 2-home-run game any day of the week.
How about 2 4-hit games in the first 4?
12 total bases on a splitter that hung up in the zone, and Rosario launches it into the Atlanta bullpen. What a night for Eddie Rosario.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
9-2. The Braves with a 4-run ninth inning on 12 hits in this game.
Well, you got Kike Hernandez in the American League, Eddie Rosario in the National League. Wow. Good call, Ron. 2 4-hit games.
Yeah. Do you pitch Smith now?
I was just about to ask you that, Ronnie. I mean, he kind of needs to get in the game. He could use an inning. I'd be very interested to see what they do.
But if you don't use him, you could have him for 2 innings tomorrow.
That's a good point. What does the warm-up?
That's right.
He's hot.
He's got to be hot. You know, he's a workhorse type guy. I think you still got to bring him in.
Duvall, a swing and a miss. A strikeout for out number 2. Boy, Dodger Stadium could not be emptying out faster than it is right now. 9-2. Rosario still has his batting helmet on. He wants to hit right now.
Let me go again.
That's right. 2 4-hit games. Had a 4-hit game in game 2, including a walk-off, and 4 hits tonight. 12 total bases, 2 homers, a triple, and a single. Boy, you cannot overstate how incredible the Braves turnaround with their outfield situation. Braves opening day outfield: Marcelo Zuna, Christian Pache, and Ronald Acuna Jr. And Rosario was added. Duvall was added.
Yeah, he's got muscle.
Yeah, show those things. and BA, you're talking about it. Remember, Brian Snitker told us this is our 3rd line of the outfield.
That's right.
Like almost like a hockey shift.
Yeah, they had the line that kind of held the fort down while they made the changes. While they made the additions and went for the trades. Alex Anthopoulos spent time in the front office here with the Dodgers, working under Andrew Friedman. Got to give him a lot of credit. And now the Braves 3 outs away from a 3-1 series advantage, just like they had last year over the Dodgers.
So it works both ways, right? Yeah. They'll be extra careful because they know it can happen, and the Dodgers can take that with them and know that it can happen. They did it last year.
I asked Dave Roberts before the game, I said, before the 4-run inning in the 8th, what was your thought process? What was going through your mind as your hitters aren't swinging the bats well and the place is quiet? He goes, you know what? I was already preparing my speech about how you can come back from 3-0 down, because he would know.
That's right.
This is the anniversary of Game 7 of that 2004 ALCS Red Sox-Yankees, when the Red Sox came back from 3-0 down.
He might have asked Pedro Martinez to come in and talk to us.
That's a good point. Swing and a miss. 3 Ks for Gonsolin, but a whole lot of damage mixed around those Ks. And Eddie Rosario, star performer in Game 2, the star performer in Game 4. It's 9-2 Atlanta.
Who has live TV? Hulu has live sports?
Well, yes. Hulu does have live sports.
Time's up. I need your answer now.
Hulu has live game shows.
Correct. Hulu also has...
Hulu has live dating shows.
With over 75 live channels.
I choose Hulu.
Hulu. Flip like cable, stream like Hulu. Time to have Hulu plus live TV.
At Fisher Investments, our clients know we have their backs.
How do your clients know that?
Because as a fiduciary, it's our responsibility to always put clients first.
So you do it because you have to?
No, we do it because it's the right thing to do. We help clients enjoy a comfortable retirement.
Sounds like a big responsibility.
One that we don't take lightly. That's why our fees are structured so we do better when our clients do better. Fisher Investments is clearly different.
It's hard to believe that Mint Mobile can be good at just $15 a month. So, as Mint's new owner, I brought in one of our first and oldest customers, Wasim McNavy.
Welcome to Mint, Ryan.
So you've had Mint for years. Any issues?
No, the service has been great.
And under my ownership, it's it's going to get even better.
How?
No idea.
Still $15 a month, though, right?
Yep.
How about Taco Wednesday? Nobody's done that before.
80% get genetically meaningful health info from their 23andMe DNA reports. 80%. That's 8 out of 10 people who could get something enlightening, something empowering, something that could change everything. Info that could give you greater control of your own health. And it's right there in your DNA. So, if 80% get genetically meaningful health info, the question is, will you be part of the 80%?
Do you know what the future holds? I walk in like, how do you do? And I don't mean to be rude or even act a fool. I just do a little better with an attitude. So, now I don't know about you, but I'm ready right now.
The postseason gear is here. And it is major.
You can bring yo.
So give your swag some swag and bring it home this postseason. Get your official MLB merchandise now at MLBshop.com.
And that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact.
You're watching the 2021 National League Championship Series on TBS. It's presented by Loan Depot. Defensive changes. Braves lead 9-2. Guillermo Heredia in center field. That moves Duvall to right. I beg your pardon. Yeah, to right field. And Will Smith on the mound for the Atlanta Braves. Their closer.
Every time Smith has come in so far in the postseason, it's been a tight game. Not tonight, got a 7-run lead. In the division series, had 3 saves. He was the winner of both Game 1 and Game 2.
Facing Corey Seager to start it. Braves score 4 times in the 9th inning. And a 9-2 lead here in the bottom of the 9th. 3 outs away from a 3-1 advantage and a chance with 3 more outs to close out the Dodgers here tomorrow. And that man on the mound, they've got their best. Max Fried, full rest, ready to pitch game number 5. And the Dodgers are in a bullpen game tomorrow. They have used Corey Knebel as the opener in those scenarios. Game 5 of the division series, game 1 of this NLCS.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
It is always amazing to me, though, that teams with incredible payroll, teams with so many bullpen arms can still get to a point their season could end without a starting pitcher.
Yep, great point. Seager on a hop. Freeman, the Gold Glover, will make the play for the out.
Another run here with Sanders.
Well, it certainly is up for discussion with Julio Urias. Well, the Dodgers left themselves open for a lot of criticism, bringing Urias out of the bullpen in Game 2. That was not a popular move prior to. It certainly was not popular after the results came down. And yes, Urias was excellent out of the bullpen last year in the postseason. This year is a totally different season. He was a starter all year. He won 20 games, logged a ton of innings, most innings he's ever pitched. And he was not himself here tonight on the comeback.
He has been undefeated since June 21st.
I thought Max Scherzer's interview with Lauren said a lot when he said you're just not used to it. You know, starter to the reliever, and I think it affects everybody different. And I think so far with Max the other night, we saw it, not the sharpest stuff. And I thought from Urias tonight, he's at his best when that fastball's 95, rising up in the zone, and he just didn't have that tonight.
Goes onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Trey Turner in a 1-2 count.
You got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The Dodgers have won elimination games 3 times already. Starting in the wild card game. That was a 1-game winner go home matchup against the Cardinals. The walk-off by Taylor. They were down 2-1 to the Giants in the best-of-5 series. and won back-to-back games. Twice facing elimination in that series. And it looks like they're going to be facing elimination once again. 6 consecutive elimination games for the Dodgers. They have won going back to last season.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. It's a 39-yard punt and good.
2-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes now.
Don't forget, the Dodgers had won 58 games they won here this year, 18 of their last 19, and the Braves had dropped 10 straight. This was their Waterloo.
Yeah.
On the ground, Swanson got to hurry it to first, and just in time to get Trey Turner. 2 outs in the inning. Dodgers will have decisions about third base tomorrow as well. Hated to see Justin Turner leave this game with an apparent hamstring injury. Figure Taylor is going to be that guy at third base tomorrow. But they're going to be without 2 big bats now, Max Muncy and Justin Turner.
Always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Dodgers down to their last out here in Game 4.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground.
This was a game we talked early on that if the Dodgers scored 2, 3, 4 early, it could have been a different outcome. Brian Snitker would have maybe had to do something different, but the Braves kind of flipped the script and got the upper hand early.
In a bullpen game.
Drew Smiley was signed to be an important part of their rotation. He lost his spot in that rotation in September, and his biggest outing for this team comes in relief on October 20th.
Eating up innings. And a guy who was signed to eat up innings in a regular season schedule. Once you got to September and the days off, didn't need him in that rotation anymore. And he ate up some big innings tonight. 3 1/3. Smiley deserves a lot of credit. Jesse Chavez starting this game, finding out a couple hours before this game. No problem.
I don't think it bothered him.
Rosario?
Eddie Rosario, the first player ever with 2 4-hit games in an LCS. Center field, that ball's hit well. Heredia going back on it. And he makes the play to end the game. The Atlanta Braves are 1 win away from their first World Series appearance since 1999. They win Game 4, 9-2. And the Braves will arrive here tomorrow at Dodger Stadium with a chance to erase recent history from 2020.
The Braves in a bullpen game get 22 outs from their left-handed pitching, and tomorrow pitching for the Atlanta Braves, left-hander Max Fried.
Guys on the open, I said they got to swat. The Braves have to find a way to have offense. They went 12 hits today, 6 extra base hits. None better than Eddie Rosario this series, 10 for 17, 2 home runs and 6 RBIs.
That is a signature win for the Atlanta Braves, rolling out their bullpen. And they beat the Dodgers 9-2, out-hit them 12-4. And the Braves are shaking hands at Dodger Stadium for the first time in 10 consecutive appearances. That 10-game losing streak in Los Angeles is over.
The Braves win a bullpen game. The Dodgers are going to have to win one tomorrow.
Yep. Going to have to flip the script.
Yep. Dodgers will be facing elimination for the 4th time in this postseason. Down to Lauren Shahadi. She's standing by with Eddie Rosario. Lauren.
And his translator, Franco, a double away from the cycle. You hit a home run. What were you trying to do?
O sea, un doble y 2 jonrones, un triple. ¿Qué estamos tratando de hacer? Cuando vi la bola, estoy tratando de ayudar al equipo. Cuando vi la bola salir, yo dije, vine el doble ahí, pero de verdad que fue una noche increíble. De verdad que me siento demasiado emocionado y espectacular para mí. Honestly, I was just trying to help the team win. All I was trying to do. So as soon as I hit that second one out, I was like, well, there goes the double. But it was an incredible night, very emotional for me, and I'm glad the team won.
Why are you so good against the Dodgers?
Contamos del éxito que has tenido contra los Dodgers porque ya has tenido ese éxito. Creo que en el nivel que estamos ahora mismo, lo que tengo es ganas de ganar y de llegar a la World Series. De verdad que un enfoque de poder ayudar al equipo a ganar y creo que estoy teniendo un increíble postemporada.
I think right now at this level and at this stage of the game, all I really want to do is get the World Series. I have that deep desire, and I think I just really want to get to the World Series. And right now, it's just been an incredible postseason for me, to be honest.
Now for everyone in Puerto Rico, en español, ¿cómo se siente?
Puerto Rico, los quiero mucho, de verdad que muchas gracias. Mi gente de Guayama, aquí estamos.
Felicidades.
Muchas gracias.
Ryan.
Great stuff right there.
Way to go, Lauren.
From Puerto Rico.
And Eddie.
Eddie Rosario delivers a big moment. Thanks to Franco Garcia as well, the Braves translator. And you got to hear from the man who is having an electric NLCS. Our final score tonight in Game 4. Braves win it 9-2. Up next, the postseason show on TBS. It's presented by Hyundai. For Ron Darling, Jeff Francoeur, Lauren Shahadi, and the rest of our terrific TBS crew, led in the truck by Jeff Randolph and Matt Lim. I'm Brian Anderson saying so long from Dodger Stadium in LA. You've been watching MLB on TBS, your exclusive home for the 2021 National League Championship. Braves win. They're one win away from a World Series. Game 5 tomorrow.
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
Are you ready to start a great career?
Safeway is now hiring.
You will love your job.
There's room to grow.
And lots of opportunities.
So what are you waiting for?
Apply now
and make a difference.
Man, I love this.
Now is the time when champions rise, when history is made, and when memories are created. Because now is the time to light it up. And MLB Tonight is the place to bring you every big moment. Catch postseason coverage before and after every game on MLB Network.
In this world, ratings mean everything. 60 what?
This is disrespectful.
And some star athletes have a problem with their numbers.
That's just atrocious.
Got my ratings up, baby.
Now, VR Gaming gives them a chance to up their in-game ratings and prove that they are underrated.
Get that rating up.
He's rising. Yes, let's go.
Absolutely underrated.
We fixed that today. Underrated. Fridays at 11:50 on TBS.
This season, we're going bigger. With Alex,
I don't believe it.
you have to see to believe.
We're going to go big. Let's do it.
Man's greatest fear.
T-Pain joins the new season of Go Big Show. Coming soon to TBS.
I don't just play someone brainy on TV. I'm an actual neuroscientist, and I love the science behind Nariva Plus. Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva Plus fuels 6 key indicators of brain performance. More brain performance? Yes, please. Nariva, think bigger.
Bridgewater.
Whoa! I see you're loving Cricket's unlimited plan with all these awesome extras. But it's time to stop scrolling.
In there to get it for a loss.
Nice. Everything you want, including the price.
Welcome to the post-game show on TBS, presented by Hyundai. Pedro, Jimmy, and Curtis are here, but so too, down on the field is Adam Duvall, who's been very patient, and we appreciate that. Adam, back-to-back homers with Eddie Rosario got you guys started in the second inning off Julio Urias. Tell us about it.
Yeah, the plan was to try to get to him early. Try to get some runs on the board. Get pitches that we can handle, keep him in the zone. And let the barrel fly.
Adam
Adam, this is Grandy here. Congratulations on the win today. Hitting a home run, robbing a potential home run. Which one felt better being out there?
I was talking earlier. I think probably robbing the one, just stealing that momentum, because we know in a place like this, an environment like this, the momentum is a big key and big thing to do. So taking that momentum away was huge.
Adam, what's going on, man? This is Jared Rowe. Question. I'm good, brother. The way the game played out yesterday, people were talking about momentum shifts. Do you feel that you guys handled that well, and the way you came out tonight and responded, understanding the urgency to come out and score early and let them know that was a one-time thing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously momentum in the playoffs is huge. So if I said that we didn't, feel down after the game and really want to come out and show that was a one-time thing, would be wrong. But we turned the page as we've been doing all season, and we came out throwing bows.
Adam, this is Pedro. Congratulations on a great night and a great team effort. Listen, I listened to your manager, and he described exactly what you guys went out there and did. But you guys are now facing the same thing you faced last year, 3-1 ahead of the Dodgers. Does this 3-1 feels different than the one last year?
Well, I mean, we know that we got to come out and win a game. That's the most important thing. And however we get that done, it doesn't matter. But we got to come out. We got to keep throwing punches, keep on them, and do what we do and play our game. And that's the biggest thing. And try to continue to take this momentum because like we talked about, momentum's huge. So. We're going to go in there, enjoy this one, and get back ready for tomorrow.
Adam, it's Bob again. One more question. Yourself, Eddie Rosario, Jock Peterson, Jorge Soler, who's out now, at least temporarily, after a positive COVID test. But all four of you came over because the Braves, with the injury to Acuna and other circumstances, had to remake their outfield. You came from non-contending teams, and now here you all are, one game from the World Series.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's awesome. That's what you play the game for, to be here at this moment, in the postseason and play postseason baseball. So, it's awesome for us to get to come in and join the team and take off running right away. All those guys are unbelievable guys. They brought into the clubhouse, and it's not an easy thing to do, to bring that many guys in and have everybody mesh and gel together. But that speaks to the character of those guys.
Adam, a 38 homer and league-leading 113 RBI season, and now a chance to go to the Fall Classic. What does it mean to you?
Oh man, I mean, this is what you dream about. This is what you think about as a kid. This is what you think about in the off season when you're putting in the work and nobody knows that you're doing anything. But this is what we play for.
Adam, thanks so much. Thanks for hanging around for us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Okay. We're going to step aside here for a moment. A reminder that tomorrow's Game 5 is back here at Dodger Stadium. Braves trying to close it out. Dodgers trying to stay alive and send it back to Atlanta. We'll be on the air with the pregame show at 4:30, and I promise you game time is 5:08 Pacific time. That'd be 8:08 Eastern time. Back after this.
Started as they take over 1st and 10.
It's a gas card. You can always use gas.
Always.
Never.
Thank you. Hey, do we need gas?
Nope.
How about now?
Still no.
Hey, remember Daddy's birthday's tomorrow.
It'll be a gain of 6.
A gas card. I could use this.
Hey,
Evolve your journey beyond the pump in the first ever Tucson plug-in hybrid EV.
As a DJ, I know all about customization. That's why I love Liberty Mutual. They customize my car insurance, so I only pay for what I need.
How about a throwback?
Only pay for what you need.
Applebee's. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood.
Sweet pillows of softness.
This is soft.
Holy Charmin.
Excuse me. Roll it back, everybody.
Charmin Ultra Soft is so cushiony soft, you'll want more, but it's so absorbent, you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Kim is now demonstrating her congestion.
Save it, Slimeball. I've upgraded to Mucinex.
We still have 12 hours to Australia.
Mucinex lasts 12 hours, so I'm good. Now move.
Mucinex lasts 3 times longer for 12 hours. The #1 brand doctors trust.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
The LG Wash Tower. Redefine laundry in half the space.
And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back.
The postseason show on TBS is brought to you by the Hyundai Santa Fe and Tucson plug-in hybrid EVs.
Upwards of 50,000 here at the first pitch. They started filing out early after the Braves broke the game open. Now almost all of them are gone, except for the devotees of Pedro Martinez, who are still hanging around the set, just hoping for a glimpse of their idol, a nod of recognition, an autograph, a photo, something, maybe a thread of your garment, whatever it might be.
Well, that's a great honor to have those fans still staying around here. I know it was a terrible loss for the Dodgers, but still, they remember a little bit of the rookie that came over and pitched for 1 year.
That's right. That's right. Well, the Braves had lost 10 in a row at Dodger Stadium. The Dodgers had won 18 of their last 19 games dating to late August here, but all streaks and all trends, I guess, must come to an end.
They do, and they're running up against a hot team. This team played well down the stretch. They made moves, guys that were on teams that weren't contending, and ended up coming here and following until the Braves away. So
Eddie Rosario right here, leading off, top of the second. He's on fire, and he stayed that way.
It was amazing to see him do what he did up there. We talked about the left-handed bats there, but he's been one of those guys that's been playing well all series long and continues to keep doing it today.
Adam Duvall follows back-to-back off Urias, and it's 2-0.
Now, Jimmy, you didn't play in the outfield. Would you want to hit a home run or rob a home run like Duvall did today?
Well, I didn't play in the outfield, but I love playing defense. I'll tell you that much.
Well, take a look. Here it is, bottom of the second. Gavin Lux, good opposite field power, left center field. Duvall to the wall.
And we talked about it, him not playing center field on an everyday basis. Jimmy, you mentioned moving to center field is one of the easier outfield positions to make a move to, and that's true even if you're coming from left field and right field going to center. The athleticism right there took over, and we saw it there on that play.
Freddie Freeman, 0 for 8 with 7 strikeouts to the first 2 games, 3 hits yesterday. Home run here, solo shot, top of the third. Makes it 3-0 on 3 solos. Rosario, Duvall, and then Freeman.
And you know what? They had pretty much the same approach against him and Buehler because they never allowed them to get a rhythm.
But look at this.
They were putting the ball in play all of the time.
Here's our guy Rosario with a triple. A rarity in baseball these days. They say, where have all the triples gone? They're sitting on this set.
Jimmy, we love getting them triples.
I love getting those triples.
Now, on the flip side, a reverse, a tough play right there in center field for Gavin Lux. Moving the center field and going for the ball in. That was always a play that I struggled on. Going back, not so much. But it's difficult, again, to make that play. Very difficult in that situation.
Jock Peterson hit, fell for an RBI single after Cody Bellinger's steal. Here's A.J. Pollock singling to right. It scores Justin Turner and Bellinger. And it's 5-2 game, and the Dodger fans are aware that late in Game 3, that was the very score, and the Dodgers came back. Here's Pujols off the bench. Crowd appreciated it. Pinch hit single. Even Freddie Freeman gives him a pat on the back, but Freddie's one of the friendliest guys in baseball, appreciating an all-time great. And all for naught, because the very next hitter, Justin Turner, grounds into a double play and re-aggravates a hamstring injury on his way down to first base. And we don't know his status for the rest of this series, but it doesn't look good.
It doesn't.
Go ahead, guys.
It doesn't, and that's, trying to make things happen. You know it's a ground ball double play, but you want to show the team, your team and that team that you're in for the fight. Unfortunately, it looks like he's probably done for the rest of the season.
Top of the ninth, Dansby Swanson steals second. The call is reviewed. but the call on the field stands, and he is safe.
And the fact that the call stood, it's been amazing to see both teams run, especially in the day where we talk about that they don't value the stolen base the way they do. In every situation when there's been a stolen base, we've seen that runner come across and score. So it's been great to see and the value of it.
Freddie Freeman follows with the ground rule double. Swanson scores. And who does it bring up? Eddie Rosario. A moment or so later, that's gone.
Now, Jimmy, are you mad that he hit the home run in there, or do you want him to get that double to get the cycle?
I want him to get the double, to be honest. The home run's great. He takes 4 bases and 3 RBIs, but it would have been exciting to see that ball at the top of the fence and let him get the second and celebrate that cycle.
Bottom of the ninth, not a save situation, but nonetheless, one Will Smith comes on, facing the other Will Smith. Heredia to the wall for the catch, and that is that. The Braves win it by a score of 9-2. Brian Snitker said after yesterday's very disappointing defeat, when they seemed on the verge of taking a 3-0 lead in games, and the 5-2 lead slipped away after the Bellinger homer and then the Mookie Betts double, he said, this is the type of team that will put this behind them, and they did.
Well, we talked to Adam Duvall, and he said that. Were they disappointed? Yes. Of course, when you lose a game like that, you're disappointed. You have a chance to really put a stranglehold on this team, and magic happens in Hollywood. But they put it behind them. Like I said, momentum can swing from game to game, or sometimes through the course of a series. They found a way to prevent that momentum taking over the series. Let it be a one-time thing, as he said. Came out tonight, scored early, and they made sure the Braves know that they're there for business.
A couple of notes to chew on here regarding Eddie Rosario. The last time somebody had 4 hits and 2 homers in a postseason game was only a week ago. Kike Hernandez to the Red Sox against the Astros. But how about this? There have been only, prior to this year, 3 occasions where a player had 2 4-hit games in the postseason. And they're all either Hall of Famers or on their way. Robin Yount in '82 for the Brewers, who won the LCS and then won 7 games with the Cardinals before losing in the World Series. George Brett in 1985. They beat the Cardinals in the World Series. Now remember, there's no division series then, there's no wild card. It was just LCS and World Series, but both Yount and Brett had multiple 4-hit games. And Albert Pujols for the Cardinals in 2011. Now it's happened twice. Kike Hernandez and Eddie Rosario. Remains to be seen whether either of them will make it to the Hall of Fame, but it goes to the point we've been talking about. In the postseason, Pedro, you get obvious heroes, marquee guys, and maybe guys who are not so much in the front of your mind when the postseason starts.
And that's why it's so important that sometimes you just find so many unknown heroes, and those are the guys that normally stand up. You know why? Because nobody's taking them. It's putting them into the spotlight most of the time. And those are the guys that fly under the radar and start hitting, and they get confident, and they build it up, and they continue on. And Rosario is one of those guys that took a great advantage of the opportunity to be in the postseason, coming from a losing team, and having this chance is taking full advantage of it. And he seems to have the perfect heartbeat for the postseason. He's enjoying this.
And it's been great to have an outfield all come over together like Duvall talked about it. When you make trades like that throughout the course of the season, if you're the only one coming into the outfield, it can be a little difficult to transition in. But you bring in Jock, you bring in Rosario, you bring in Duvall. We're all new out here. Let's all get together and figure out how to do some great things in this outfield. It's been amazing to see that Braves outfield come in, mesh, and do what they've been doing in this postseason.
You know, it was something, it's just a footnote. It's not as important as the game itself. It's something I really liked, and I thought we'd see it on the highlight, but it ended just before we had a chance to see it again.
So now Bridgewater and the Broncos down by 4, 44 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bridgewater. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. They're able to find Judy, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Bridgewater to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people watching this one right here gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. 1 to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get in the field.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. McManus's point after is good, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. One last gasp for Flacco. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out.